I'm annoying. I get it. It's the one thing almost everyone in my life seems to agree on. I annoy them. At first, I thought annoying was a personality trait that I could change. Identify what it was that grated on people's nerves, tweak my behavior, and voila, all better. But over time, I realized it wasn't just one thing. It was most things. My entire existence seemed to rub people the wrong way. The only real solution would be a full-blown lobotomy. Let's start with the fact that I can't keep my damn mouth shut. I talk way too much about things only I find interesting. No matter how hard I try to connect people, I always manage to turn the conversation back to me. It's like an instinct, a reflex, something I've spent years trying to unlearn. And if you think I'm bad now, you wouldn't have wanted to know me 10 years ago. I have put serious effort into training myself to refrain from speaking just to hear my own voice. Still, my mom used to say that was my favorite sound in the world. Even when I try to be mindful, I still fail to communicate properly. My words come out wrong, my jokes don't land, my attempts at conversation are met with terse responses or thinly veiled eye rolls. It happens so frequently that I've started spending hours replaying these interactions in my head, obsessing over what I should have said instead. I'm a people pleaser. I can't seem to shake it, and I try to be helpful, which annoys people. I try to be courteous, which somehow annoys them even more. I have spent my entire life molding myself into someone less aggravating, only to find that these very efforts to not be annoying annoy people. Even taking accountability for my actions seems to frustrate them. It's a never-ending cycle. Annoy, annoy, annoy. I'm overly sensitive, and trust me, I find it just as frustrating as everybody else. I've always believed in treating people the way I want to be treated, but somehow I keep finding myself on the receiving end of negativity, and it makes me wonder what I must be projecting to get so much of it back reflected at me. My feelings get hurt more than I'd like to admit, and I used to be dramatic about it, storming off in a huff like I was proving some kind of point. Now I've learned to just let it pass. Swallow the lump in my throat when someone talks down to me or makes me feel small. Yeah, I get excited too easy over everything. Babies, animals, trees, graffiti. My enthusiasm is toddler level. And it's not the kind of feeling I can keep to myself. If I see something wonderful, I want to share it. I know most people don't care about the squirrel going up the tree, or the perfectly pink sunset streaking across the sky, but I care. That, apparently, is unbearable. If I could just contain my childlike joy, maybe I'd be easier to be around. But I can't. I've grown accustomed to being the butt of the joke. I'm gullible. I'm an easy target. It usually takes me a while to realize I'm being made fun of. A one-off teasing comment, fine. But I've learned that some people use humor as a disguise for cruelty. They deliver their insults with a laugh and expect me to just chuckle along. And I do. I sit there smiling, pretending it doesn't sting, but inside I'm devastated. When I was younger, even in my mid-20s, I would throw dramatic fits when I felt attacked. I'd storm off, convinced I was teaching people a lesson. It took me way too long to realize that all I was doing was giving them ammunition. Now, I just get quiet. I disassociate. My ex figured out early on that the best way to shut me up was to insult me. He used the trick often. Then there's my relentless, cheerful demeanor, another trait that just seems to grate on people's nerves. I always try to see the bright side, and it paints me as either naive or unhinged. More than one ex has told me that my sunshiny voice first thing in the morning makes them want to strangle me. especially since I have a habit of singing childish songs when I'm in a good mood, and I'm always in a good mood when I wake up. I'm also forgetful as hell. The weed probably doesn't help, but even before that, my memory was a mess. I forget commitments, lose things constantly, mishear people so often that I become notorious for asking way too many clarifying questions. I like to think that I have decent deductive reasoning skills, but in reality, I'd lose my brain if it wasn't housed in my skull. This year alone, I've lost my wallet twice and my phone once. I spent the last year actively working on my self-confidence. Some days it feels like I'm finally starting to like myself, but too often my inability to exist without irritating others drags me back down. As the world opens up again, I find myself struggling with the same agoraphobic tendencies that emotionally destroyed my mom. Even when I could be out exploring, I'd rather stay home in front of the TV, my cat curled up in my lap. She doesn't judge me. Self-improvement is exhausting, especially when you realize that some aspects of your personality are not flexible. I've grown to accept the wonderful parts of myself, but the flaws, the ones that make people sigh, groan, roll their eyes, still weigh on me. It's baffling. How can I be both deeply likable and endlessly irritating at the same time? I don't know. It's a gift or a curse. But since I can't seem to change it, I guess I just learn how to live with it. Even if it's so damn exhausting.